The deputies say they put Holland, who suffered with schizophrenia, in a restraint chair because he was punching himself in the face. He was in that chair for nearly 2 full days. Video published earlier this month shows that shortly after being untied from the chair, Holland lost consciousness in his cell and died. The coroner ruled that Holland died from a blood clot. His family and their supporters say that clot was formed because Holland was seated for those 46 hours. The sheriff says there's a lot the edited jail video does not show, and that's why he's decided to finally talk about it with KSBY News anchor Karina Corral in an exclusive interview. Karina?
Well, Richard, Sheriff Parkinson set no ground rules going into this interview. No question was off limits. He answered every one during our 90-minute sit-down, including the calls for his resignation and the reason one of his deputies appeared to have been laughing during Holland's last minutes alive.
If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace.
There have been rallies, protests, and mounting pressure for Sheriff Ian Parkinson to step down. Many of his opponents felt he lied in a press release sent out the day after Andrew Holland died in custody at the jail after being in a restraint chair for 46 hours. They questioned whether he really was under the care of a physician. The video that we saw published by the Tribune cut down to 7 minutes of 100 hours. There wasn't any physician that we saw. Can you explain that?
He was, from the beginning, 2 physicians, a psychiatrist and the county's doctor, had reviewed the case, and their personnel were in the jail, both on the mental health side and the medical side.
Was that cut out of the video? Do you think that that just wasn't shown?
They were clearly going in at their regular scheduled visits, and so I don't know, other than assuming that that portion was not included in the video that was published.
The press release also said he was found unconscious, but correctional deputies can be seen watching Holland struggle until he goes unconscious. Again,
we're talking a little bit of semantics here. They were watching him. They obviously saw behavior that they felt that he was in some type of medical distress. They entered the cell and they found him unconscious. So it wasn't meant to deceive. I don't understand where that would be a benefit to say that he was found unconscious when it was a description of the fact that they did go in and they found him unconscious.
Looking at the video now, should they have gone in sooner?
Whether that would have made a difference if it was, seconds, minute earlier, I don't really know. It's really, I think they acted when they felt there was a change.
But the firestorm intensified when community members saw this, a correctional deputy who appears to be laughing as paramedics are trying to revive Holland. What was he laughing about? What could have been so funny in that moment?
What led up to that moment is, and this is where you're missing part of it. So those 2 deputies had been performing CPR and they were relieved by paramedics. They were trapped in the back corner of that cell.
As resuscitation efforts continued, Parkinson says one of the deputies started feeling ill.
He walked back over. He told both the sergeant standing there and the deputy, leaned to the deputy and said, "I think I'm going to pass out and get sick." The deputy turned and described himself as feeling not comfortable with it either, and turned back to the deputy and smiled or laughed, however you want to describe it. It was nothing directed at Andrew.
But Parkinson says the misinterpretation directed at these deputies has been unfair and damaging.
Well, I'll say they're not doing well. I think they're going through some tough psychological times. I think they are, they've had death threats, numerous to the jail. I think it's hard on them. And it would be hard on any of us.
It is hard on many of us. The video, watching a man die, a parent's loss, and the community outrage. How do you respond to the slow mayor calling for you to step aside?
I think she's lacking facts.
Doesn't she have the facts? Wouldn't she have all of the information that you have?
I don't know. It probably would have been a deep conversation I had with her. I did have a conversation with her. I felt that she understood it, and then, a month or 2 later, you know, she came out, and she has that right to do that, and the Hollands definitely have that right to do that.
Andrew's parents have been vocal in their efforts to get Parkinson out of office, supporting his opponent in the upcoming election and joining in the calls for his resignation.
Amid the protests and the Hollands pressure, will you resign?
None, never. I will not resign. It'll be up to the voters to decide. And if that's the decision they make, then I will live with that decision.
An FBI investigation into whether civil rights were violated could also seal his fate as sheriff, but Parkinson feels he will be vindicated.
I see nothing to indicate there was any intent to do harm to him, and I think it shows the opposite. We were trying.
To be clear, we have not seen the entire 100 hours of video, only the edited portions. We have formally requested it from the county, but we've been denied. We did reach out again to the FBI today, and they tell us that the investigation is ongoing and cannot offer a timetable on when their findings will come out. The sheriff says another agency also played a role in Holland's death tonight at 11. He talks about Andrew's treatment in the restraint chair, what should have been done differently, and what he would do now. Richard?
All right, a complicated story to be sure, and of course we'll be watching at 11. Thank you, Karina.